This is Gabe Blythe, a survivor in the Salt Lake area. Some time ago, I survived the end of the world. I thought I was alone. Everyone around me had their brains turned off. And I hate using the Z word.
Why?
And with me today is Knight of the Round Geharis. I thought her being here would lead to some meaningful conversation.
We both know you'd prefer Lancelot here.
That's not entirely true. What do you mean, why?
I've listened to your reasoning, but I still don't understand why you refuse to use the common nomenclature of zombie. It's a term everyone knows, a term that isn't new. We have precedent for using it, and you refuse to use it. Did you just want to be special? Be remembered for being unique?
I see you had your coffee this morning.
I don't think it's a rude question.
May not be rude, but there's a lot around the question that I don't even know if it's worth it. You know, I just feel... Screw it. How about this, Geharis? You want to know my thinking, yeah?
Clearly. Why else would I ask?
I'll tell you why I hate the Z word, but you have to answer to me why you are so devoted to your mission or goals or whatever.
That wouldn't be...
All I'm asking is why. Not the what, just the understanding of your psychology.
I was going to say, that wouldn't be the worst idea you've had.
Oh. Thank you? Do I want to know the worst?
Letting that demon witch in your base of operations.
Have you even tried talking to RQ?
Does it matter?
You are the most fun to talk to. You know that? No, don't answer that. I don't like the Z word for many reasons. First, I think it's because in a lot of fiction, the characters that carry that name are doomed to be like that for the rest of time.
And you think there might be a cure?
In our world? Where these things are real? Where I sit here every day and miss having a decent cup of coffee? Where I can't see what's going to happen on the next comic book panel? Absolutely. I still have hope that you and the remaining survivors that we put faith in and our votes will work towards a solution and we can fix all of this.
And what is the cure?
I don't know. I wish I did, but somehow we broke the world. Somehow our actions led us here. Again, I reside in this world, where a scientist is often an expert in one area, not a generic understanding of everything scientific, like some fantastic film, where they can fix anything from any topic. That's not me. I can't do much in the way of science. What I can do is hope, and provide aid to those who need it. Get Lancelot, RQ, and even you, a warm place to stay. Someplace dry and share some of the crops I've worked very hard on. And maybe I can help the scientist because I've figured out how to maximize the solar panels, or a decent filtration system for our water.
I will grant you. Your setup has been top-notch. A 4-level filtration system with an evaporation chamber.
I'm sorry? I'm just reeling from receiving a kind word, let alone a compliment from you. I didn't know you had it in you.
You sound like Lancelot.
Now that is a compliment. Moving on. Another reason I don't want to use the Z word is simple. It's an othering term. Something we can easily brand and allow ourselves to move on from. Oh, they're zombies. Then they must not matter. And yes, I know it's ironic to be talking about othering when I named them others, but at the same time, it wasn't given lightly. RQ calls them mindless ones. I still think it's a reference to something, but I can't say for sure. But others, it feels neutral. Like we haven't used that to brand a group of people as lesser. They're just different right now. That hope that they are still in there they are still the people who know and love, people who need our help. And if we so easily dismiss someone who doesn't act like you and me, are we any better? Before the event, mental health was being talked about more and more, which is great. There was talk about how we all need to learn how neurodivergent brains work, right? Not so that we can fix them, but so we can remove some of the obstacles that normal people didn't even know were there. Maybe there isn't a cure. Not in the sense that you and I think there is. Maybe we just need to have a better understanding of their thinking. Maybe they need help to do it themselves, crawl out of that hole, whatever powers that be that has forced their minds down into it. Does that answer your question?
Well enough. I assume you're waiting on my side?
Well, the survivors and I are waiting with bated breath. Why are you so steadfast in your mission?
How did you survive?
You don't get to answer my question with another.
Just answer. After the event, you hadn't been turned. Once you knew you were safe, how did you survive day one?
I guess I took stock of the world around me and then began to figure out what to do next.
And when was it you decided a radio was a good idea?
Less than a week of not seeing anyone?
And at that point, you had a goal. You had something to motivate you towards, something to strive for. I bet you even found yourself thinking of throwing in the towel, but you made a promise to yourself. A promise that you would at least try your best to get this scrap working to a degree. You had this motivation.
So was that it? You're motivated?
No, not at all. That's describing you. How you are momentarily motivated to move forward. When I have a goal, a mission, a purpose, a promise, that is my life. All my life was built on my word. Everything I ever had. I had made a fortune because of how powerful my word was. And then, I almost lost my life because someone broke theirs. If you don't follow your bound word, then who are you? What are you worth? If you are willing to lie to my face, then what use do I have for you? If I stopped being true to my word, I'd be lying to myself. And I refuse to be useless to anyone. I have been asked to follow a goal, a mission, a task. It's not the first ask. By God, it won't be the last. And every mission I've been given, I've completed to my utmost ability. I intend to keep it that way. You are motivated by the need to get the job done. I am motivated by keeping my word, by proving time and time again that I am the best woman for the job. I would hate to see myself like you, motivated only for the finish line, lost and wondering what is next after. I would hate not knowing who I am. Because if you don't keep moving after your finish line, then you might as well be trash in everyone else's way.
Well.
Anything else?
Nope. I think I've been burned quite enough today. Thanks for that, Geharis.
I'm glad we could clear this up. Maybe you won't challenge my word again, especially in front of Lancelot. He and I both swore secrecy on this mission, and I intend to follow through on that.
Yep, you got it. Loud and clear.
Then I will be on my way. You are right. I'm glad I came by to have this discussion.
Yeah, totally. Oh, man. Well, dear survivor, I think I need to head out or find a burn unit because I have been destroyed. I have no comeback for any of that. But, you know, you gotta admire her devotion for whatever it's worth. Huh. If you want Ignore all of that and skip this whole area. You know, if you didn't want to come after that, I would totally get it. I would. Or maybe you've got some popcorn and want to watch me be verbally eviscerated. Yeah, that's a good word for it. And if that's your jam, then come on down! You know where we're at, the college building off of State Street. I'll be here icing my wounds. You aren't alone, but I think I need to be alone for a little bit. Freaking yikes!